We are going to enter our raw data into Excel and do one test for a particular function. So to enter raw data, first we'll click on the Excel app right there. And then I'm going to input my values. Notice that I have units in the column header, I have the variable, and then when I write my values, I do not include meters, I don't include spaces, it's only numbers, and that's important for Excel to understand Excel needs to understand that these are numbers, this is data. So then I'll paste in so I measured how far my lunchbox was from my iPad, and then I took a photo, and I measured how tall the lunchbox appeared in the image, so its relative height. Normally, we would say to convert the centimeters to meters, but for purposes of this lab, it's okay to leave them in whatever units you used. If you used inches, or if you literally used like your thumbnail to measure, or your thumb to measure how tall it was, and it was how many half thumbnails or whatever you might have used, any unit is fine, especially since we were doing this at home. The point is that you just put those units, somehow convey them in parentheses after the variable. So what we're going to do is we're going to select this data. So I'm going to go to the first cell, then I'm going to click the green box in the bottom right corner, drag it. Notice that I'm not selecting the column headers at the top. I've only selected numbers. Then I click Insert, and to add a graph, we click on Chart, and then we choose XY Scatter. Do not choose a line graph. We want XY Scatter. We're going to select the first option on the top left with no connecting line. There we go, that's our raw data. Looks pretty much like an inverse curve. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to click on Layouts over on the left. If I click off to the side, I have to select my chart for that chart option at the top to appear. Then over on the left, I hit Layouts, and I'm going to choose the first option, which has axis titles. I'm not adding a trend line to this graph because it's not straight. If I were adding a trend line, I'd use this one, but that's not appropriate if the graph is curved. So let's choose the first option to add in axis titles. My y-axis, I can click and then click again, or double click rather, on the y-axis text, and then I can change it to the exact same thing I have. Distance, oops. No, this was height rather. In centimeters. This here, I double click on the x-axis title. This was the distance in meters. Give it a title, just raw data is fine. We're going to move that graph down, and if you think you've got an inverse function like this, then that means h is proportional to, h is proportional to 1 over d. If that's true, we need to plot 1 over d on the x-axis instead of d. So let me go up here. I'll calculate values of 1 over d. I'll leave it as an exercise for you to figure out what the units are. I hit enter, and then I start my equation with an equals. So I do equals 1 divided by, and instead of typing 0.1, I'm going to click on the cell that contains 0.1. That creates a cell reference, and when I hit enter, I can then select that cell again. I'm going to tap it a second time, then I'll click fill over on the right. Now that I've clicked fill, I can grab that bottom right corner box and drag down to paste this into the cells below. Now in Excel on the iPad, you have to have your X's right beside your Y's, your Y-axis values. So what I'm going to do is hit equals, tap on my column header, And then I'm going to tap that cell again, hit fill on the right, drag it down, and now it's simply pasting. In effect, this is almost like copying and pasting, but it's a better way to do copying and pasting. And so now I've got all of those, whoops, undo is Command Z or the back arrow. So now I've got all those values duplicated again. So then I select all of these. So you can tap on the first cell, use the bottom right corner box, drag it over just the numbers, hit insert again, click on charts, and do a scatter. Again, choose the top left option. Let's move it over. And that looks pretty good. Move this one down. Yeah, that looks like a pretty straight line, not bad. We need to add a trend line and axis titles. So again, if you select off of the chart, then you'll just have to click it again to select it. That brings us the chart menu options. Hit layouts over on the left. Don't choose the first one, scroll down and choose this one. That's the one because it has a trend line, it has axis titles, as you can see, and it has an equation. Wow, not bad. So here I would do I would double click. You could say process data. You could say testing for an inverse function, whatever you think is an appropriate title. Make sure to add in your axis titles, and we are done.